Good afternoon, His Excellency, the Honorable President of Iceland, Ulf Grimson, and all participants of the forum. I'm Chinsoo, Vice President of Korea Maritime Institute. Before presentation, I'd like to apologize for my bad conditions of my throat, as I have a cold since last week. You might be uncomfortable to hear my voice, but usually I have a very nice voice, so please pardon me. First of all, thank you for inviting me to the very meaningful gathering, the Arctic Circle Forum in Greenland. We are one of the most representing places in the Arctic. It is my honor to get a chance to speak in here. This is my first time to visit Greenland, and to come here, I had spent 2 days from Seoul via 2 other Arctic countries, Finland and Iceland. And there's 11-hour time difference between Seoul and here, so I might be quite sleepy now. In spite of this long distance, the relationship between Korea and Greenland has become close gradually. In September 2012, the former president of Korea, Lee Myung-bak, visited Greenland for the first time in history. And the former minister, Krupik Kleist, visited Korea December of the same year. This March, the Minister for Industry, Labor, Trade, and Foreign Affairs, Vitus Kujao-kishok, also visited Korea and hosted a partnership seminar in Seoul. Based on this groundwork for cooperation, Korea Institute of Geoscience and Mineral Resources and Korea Polar Research Institute strengthening the cooperation in nature and natural resources and science sector. In the future, we expect that the bilateral cooperation will be promoted to policy and business sectors. The Iceland and Korea are also expanding cooperation. President Grimson visited Korea last November and had a successful summit with Korean President Park Geun-hye and visited Korea Polar Research Institute. Korea participates Arctic Circle assemblies since its beginning, and Korea hosts Korean Night event and introduced culture and policies of Korea last year. We expect to expand the field of cooperation in the Arctic. My institute, Korea Maritime Institute, has developed MOU with the Arctic Portal in Iceland. We are closely cooperating on information and knowledge sharing. My institute was established as a national think tank of Korea government to advise policies and to promote international cooperation on oceans and fisheries area. Especially on the Arctic issues, KMI carried out research on Arctic shipping, marine resource development, and fisheries cooperation. And we also developed policy cooperation plans related with the Arctic Council and implement these researches and plans. KMI has actively carried out cooperation with the Arctic Indigenous Society through bilateral cooperation and intends to extend the cooperation areas in the future. As you know, Korea joined the Arctic Council as an observer in 2013 with 5 other countries, including Japan, China, and Singapore. After joining, the Korean government developed Arctic Policy Master Plan by participating of 7 ministries and administration in 2013. An annual implementation plan has been developed to achieve our goals. 4 major goals of the master plans are strengthening international cooperation, encouraging scientific and technological research capacity, pursuing sustainable Arctic business, and securing institutional foundations. Last week, through intergovernmental consensus, annual implementation plan was established. This plan contains a feasibility study for building the second ice-breaking research vessel, enhancing scientific research, strengthening cooperation with the Arctic Council, establishment of domestic standards for polar code, and activating Korea Arctic Research Consortium. In regards to Arctic Council, Korea organized Korea Arctic Export Networking, so-called KAEN, to support Korea exports to participating in working group and the task force meetings of the Arctic Council. Ultimately, we hope KAEN will contribute to solve the challenges to which the Arctic faces. As an initiative for the next generation, KMI has established Korea Arctic Academy in cooperation with University of Arctic, which is also observer of the Arctic Council, since last year, and visited students of Arctic region, including Greenland. This program aims to promote mutual understanding and goodwill between Korea and Arctic students, and the sharing of future vision about Arctic each other. The second Korea Arctic Academy program will be held in July this year with participation of 20 international students from 7 Arctic states and 10 Korean students together. This year, 2 Greenlandic students will join the academy. Ladies and gentlemen, besides very unique local challenges, the Arctic connected with the world in nature, environment, economy, society, and culture. Undoubtedly, this connection should be utilized to address the challenges which Arctic is faced with. The first, sustainable and stable development Arctic, I think we need to pay attention to development of technical innovations which minimize the harmful impact to the Arctic environment and society with cooperation amongst the right holders and stakeholders together. Lastly, through promoting regional forums such as this forum, we need to encourage awareness and information sharing to achieve trust-based cooperation. Korea imports most of energy resources from other countries, and 97% of trade depends on shipping. Moreover, regarding the climate, Korea is directly related with the Arctic and subarctic climate. For these reasons, Korea is expanding researchers on Arctic and enhancing political support and international cooperation. This time, besides KMI, the Jungang Media Group, which is one of the leading newspaper group in Korea, participated in this forum to introduce Arctic issues to Korean government, public and private sectors with balanced perspectives. We will visit Ilulissat and Nasarukuk as well. With this forum as a momentum, I sincerely hope Korea can understand more about potential and opportunities of Greenland and strengthening diverse cooperation between us. I guess the first image of Korea in Greenland was Taekwondo. Apparently, Taekwondo is a martial art to strengthen physical ability, but its basic philosophy is mental cultivation and heart to protect ourselves, family, and society. And also, it is symbol of pioneer spirit with fears for us. I heard that the northernmost Taekwondo school is in the world is located in Kanak. I hope we have more traditional culture exchange between us in the future. Once again, I sincerely appreciate the Arctic Circle Secretary and Government of Greenland for inviting us to this forum. Thank you very much.